Close your eyes for a moment and think of someone you consider truly confident. Not loud, not arrogant, just settled, sure of themselves, comfortable taking up space in the world. Now ask yourself honestly, do you believe you could ever be that person? If some part of you hesitated, if some part of you quietly said, maybe not me, I want you to know that hesitation is not the truth about you. It is a pattern, a groove worn into your mind by years of self-doubt, comparison, and moments when you shrank instead of stood tall. And here's the remarkable thing, that pattern can be rewired. Confidence is not a personality trait that some people are born with and others are not. It is not luck or genetics or some quality reserved for the naturally bold. Confidence is a neural pathway, a pattern of thought repeated enough times that becomes your mind's default response to the world, which means it can be built deliberately, intentionally, starting right now. In the next 40 minutes, we are going to use the science of repetition and relaxation to begin rewiring your mind toward genuine, grounded, lasting confidence. Not the kind you have to fake, but the kind that comes from somewhere real. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to believe it perfectly today. You just have to be here open and willing to receive. Let's begin. Why confidence feels so out of reach. Most people believe confidence is something you either have or you don't, that some people were simply born bold and others were born to hold back, to doubt, to second-guess every decision they make. But this belief, however common, is not true. Confidence is built the same way every other pattern in your mind is built, through repetition, reinforcement, and emotional association. And if your mind has spent years repeating doubt instead of confidence, it is not because you lack some essential ingredient. It is because doubt is the pathway that has been reinforced most often. Let's understand how that happens. From a young age, your brain begins forming a self-concept, an internal model of who you are, what you are capable of, and how the world is likely to respond to you. This self-concept is built primarily through feedback, the reactions you received when you tried something new, the way mistakes were handled around you, the comparisons you were exposed to, the praise or criticism that shaped your earliest understanding of your own worth and capability. If you grew up in an environment where mistakes were met with harsh criticism rather than gentle correction, your brain learned mistakes are dangerous. Better to not try than to risk being wrong. If you were frequently compared to others, a sibling, a classmate, a more successful peer, your brain learned, my worth is relative. I am only as good as how I measure up. If your achievements were met with conditional praise, love and approval that arrived only when you performed well, your brain learned, my value depends on my performance. I must always do more to be enough. None of these lessons were stated outright. They were absorbed quietly, repeatedly, until they became the invisible architecture of your self-belief. And here is the critical part. Once that architecture is built, your brain begins to defend it. This is called cognitive consistency, the mind's strong preference for confirming what it already believes, even when that belief is painful. If you believe you are not confident, your brain will unconsciously seek out evidence to prove that belief correct. It will remember the embarrassing moments more vividly than the proud ones. It will interpret a neutral reaction as rejection. It will whisper, "See, I told you so," every time something goes wrong. This is not because you are flawed. It is because your brain is doing exactly what brains are designed to do, maintaining a consistent, predictable model of reality, even when that model is working against you. The good news is this: if the brain can build a pathway toward self-doubt through repetition, it can build a pathway toward confidence the exact same way. The real anatomy of confidence. Before we begin rewiring, I want to clarify something important. Confidence is not the absence of fear. This is one of the most misunderstood truths about confident people. They are not fearless. They feel doubt, nervousness, even outright fear, the same as anyone else. The difference is not in the absence of fear, but in their relationship to it. A person without genuine confidence experiences fear and interprets it as, this means I shouldn't do it. This means I'm not capable. This means something is wrong. A person with genuine confidence experiences the exact same fear and interprets it differently. This means it matters to me. This means I'm growing. This is uncomfortable, and I can still move forward anyway. That shift from fear as a stop sign to fear as simply part of the process is at its core what confidence actually is, and it can be trained through repetition, through evidence gathering, through small, consistent acts of moving forward despite discomfort until the brain begins to build new associations. Discomfort does not mean danger. I can act even when I am unsure. I am capable, even in uncertainty. This is also why affirmations work, not as magic words, but as a deliberate tool for reshaping the underlying neural architecture that confidence is built from. Every time you hear and absorb a new belief about your own capability, especially in a relaxed, receptive state, you are laying down a thread of new neural connection. One thread is fragile. 1,000 threads repeated over time become a cable strong enough to hold real weight. The 3 pillars. Confidence is built on genuine, lasting confidence rests on 3 foundational pillars. Understanding them helps you see exactly what we are building tonight. The first pillar is self-trust. This is the belief that you can rely on your own judgment, your own instincts, your own ability to navigate whatever comes. Without self-trust, confidence becomes performance, a mask you wear that crumbles the moment real pressure arrives. The second pillar is self-acceptance. This is the ability to acknowledge your imperfections, your mistakes, your areas of growth, without those things destroying your sense of worth. Confident people are not people who never fail. They are people who can fail and still believe in their fundamental value. The third pillar is self-efficacy. This is the belief, built through actual evidence and experience, that you are capable of producing results, of learning, of growing, of figuring things out. Self-efficacy is built through action, but it begins in the mind, with the belief that action is even possible. Tonight we are going to speak directly to all 3 of these pillars, laying down new neural pathways for trust, acceptance, and capability, all at once. Preparing to rewire. Let's settle your body and mind into the state where this work happens most effectively. Find stillness in wherever you are resting right now. Let your body grow heavy, supported fully by whatever is beneath you. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely, and release it fully through your mouth. Again, breathing in steadiness and breathing out self-doubt. One more breath, breathing in your own quiet capability and breathing out the need to prove anything to anyone. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your jaw release. Feel the space around your eyes grow gentle and still. This relaxed state is not incidental. It is essential. In this state, your brain waves shift, your critical, defensive mind quiets, and the deeper layers of your subconscious become far more receptive to new patterns. You are not just resting, you are preparing the ground for something to grow. Let's begin. Before we build something new, let's create space by releasing what no longer serves you. Somewhere in your body, perhaps your chest, your stomach, the back of your throat. There may be an old story about not being capable enough, brave enough, good enough to move through the world with confidence. I want you to acknowledge that story gently now. It was not placed there by accident. It came from real moments, real feedback, real experiences that shaped how you see yourself. Take a breath and say quietly within yourself, I see you, old story. I understand where you came from, and I am ready to release my grip on you. Breathe in. And as you exhale, imagine that old self-doubt loosening. Like a tightly closed fist slowly opening. You are not the sum of your most insecure moments. You are not the comparisons that once made you feel small. You are not the mistakes that were met with criticism instead of compassion. You are the one who is still here, still growing, still willing to try, even after every moment that taught you to hold back. That is not weakness. That is the very foundation confidence is built on. I trust myself, my judgment, my instincts, my ability to navigate this life. I no longer need to second-guess every decision I make. I trust the part of me that knows what is right for me, even when others disagree. My intuition has guided me well, even in moments I did not fully recognize it. I am learning to rely on myself first before seeking outside validation. I trust that I can handle whatever comes my way because I always have. I am my own steady ground. I do not need to look elsewhere for stability. I release the habit of outsourcing my confidence to other people's opinions. I trust myself enough to take up space, speak my truth, and stand by my choices. I am building an unshakable trust in myself. One decision, one breath, one day at a time. I accept myself fully, my strengths, my flaws, and everything in between. My mistakes do not erase my worth. They are simply part of being human. I release the need to be perfect in order to feel confident. I am allowed to be a work in progress and still walk through the world with my head held high. I forgive myself for the moments I shrank, doubted, or held back. I am learning to see myself with the same compassion I extend to people I love. My value is not contingent on never failing. It is constant, through success and through struggle alike. I embrace every part of myself, including the parts still healing and growing. I am whole, even in my imperfection. I accept myself today, completely, unconditionally, without apology. I am capable. I have proven this to myself before, and I will prove it again. I trust my ability to learn, adapt, and grow through any challenge. Every difficult thing I have survived is evidence of my strength. I am resourceful. I find ways forward even when the path is unclear. I do not need to have all the answers to begin moving forward. I am someone who figures things out. I always have, and I always will. My past successes, even the small ones, are proof of my capability. I trust myself to rise to whatever this moment requires of me. I am building confidence through action, and I trust that confidence grows the more I show up. I am capable of creating the life I envision for myself. I am allowed to take up space in conversations, in rooms, in my own life. My voice matters. My perspective has value. I am worthy of being heard. I release the fear of being judged for simply being myself. I speak with clarity and confidence, Even when my voice shakes at first, I am allowed to be visible. I do not have to shrink to make others comfortable. I trust that what I have to offer the world is valuable. I release the need for everyone to agree with me before I feel confident in my truth. I am learning to let myself be seen fully, authentically, without apology. I do not need permission to take up space. I give myself that permission now. I am confident enough to be exactly who I am in every room I enter. Fear does not mean I should stop. It often means I am growing. I can feel nervous and still move forward. Both can be true at once. I am not waiting for fear to disappear before I act. I am learning to act alongside it. Discomfort is not danger. I am safe, even when I am uncertain. I trust myself to handle rejection, criticism, and setbacks because I always find my way through. I release the belief that confident people never feel afraid. I am confident and human, both at once. Every time I move forward despite fear, I build evidence of my own courage. I am becoming someone who acts in spite of fear, not someone who waits for fear to vanish. I am resilient. I have always found my way back to myself. I am brave, not because I feel no fear, but because I choose to move forward anyway. Part 7. Deep Subconscious. Confidence Reprogramming. Let's go deeper now into the layer of your mind where lasting transformation takes root. Imagine yourself walking into a room, any room that matters to you. A meeting, a gathering, a moment where you have wanted in the past to shrink or disappear. But this time, imagine yourself walking in differently. Your shoulders are relaxed but present. Your spine is tall, not from effort but from ease. Your breath is steady. Your eyes meet the room without flinching. You are not performing confidence. You are simply present, simply yourself, simply unafraid to exist exactly as you are. Notice how this feels in your body. Notice the absence of the old urge to apologize for taking up space, to over-explain, to make yourself smaller. This version of you is not a fantasy. She is a possibility you are building right now with every breath, every session, every word you allow to settle into your subconscious mind. Let these final affirmations anchor that version of you deep within. I am confident, not because I am perfect, but because I trust myself. I walk through this world with quiet, grounded self-assurance. I am worthy of taking up space exactly as I am. My confidence is not loud. It is steady. It is real. It is mine. I release every old belief that told me to shrink, to doubt, to hold back. I am becoming the version of myself who trusts her own capability completely. I am safe to be seen. I am safe to be heard. I am safe to be fully myself. I am confident in my decisions, my voice, my path. I am rewiring my mind towards self-trust, self-acceptance, and self-belief. I am confident, I am capable, I am enough. These final affirmations are for your everyday life. Return to them when you need a reminder of who you are becoming. Today, I choose confidence over comparison. Today, I trust my own judgment. Today, I speak up, even if my voice shakes. Today, I accept myself fully, mistakes and all. Today, I take up space without apology. Today, I move forward despite fear. Today, I am proud of who I am becoming. Today, I trust that I am capable of handling whatever comes. Today, I choose to believe in myself, even a little more than yesterday. Today, I am confident, grounded, and at peace with exactly who I am. Coming back. Take a long, slow breath now. Feel your body fully in this space. The weight of you, resting. the quiet around you. Let awareness return gently, your fingers, your toes, the rhythm of your breath. If sleep is calling you, let yourself drift. The new pathways we built tonight will continue forming in the quiet of your rest. If you are staying awake, take a moment before you move. Notice the stillness, the quiet sense of steadiness. That is yours now. You built it tonight. What happened tonight? I want to name something important. Confidence is not something you either have or don't have. It is a pattern. And tonight, you began actively rewiring that pattern at its root. You spoke directly to the 3 pillars that confidence is built on: self-trust, self-acceptance, and self-efficacy. You offered your subconscious mind new evidence, new associations, new pathways to strengthen. This is not a one-time fix. Like any pattern, confidence deepens through repetition. But you have already begun. And beginning is, quite literally, the hardest part. How to keep building. Collect evidence daily. Each evening, name one small moment where you showed courage, spoke up, tried something new, didn't back down. The brain needs evidence to update its model of you. Give it evidence even in small doses. Notice fear without obeying it. When fear arises before something that matters to you, try saying internally, "This means it matters. I can feel this and still move forward." Let fear be present without letting it be in charge. Practice taking up space in small ways. Speak a sentence in a meeting. Hold eye contact a moment longer. Order what you actually want instead of what's easiest. Confidence is built through repetition of small acts, not one dramatic leap. Return to this session. Confidence, like any neural pathway, strengthens with repeated reinforcement. Come back to these affirmations regularly, especially before moments that feel daunting. A final word. I want to leave you with this truth. You do not need to wait until you feel fully confident to begin acting like the person you are becoming. Confidence is not the prerequisite for courage. It is the result of it. Every time you act despite doubt, you are building the very thing you are seeking. You are not behind. You are not missing some essential trait that other people were lucky enough to receive. You are simply at the beginning of strengthening a pathway that has been quiet for too long. And that pathway is growing right now. With every breath you have taken during this session, trust it, return to it, watch what it becomes. You are soul rewritten, and your confidence, quiet, real, unshakable, is already on its way. Rest well, come back soon. You are becoming exactly who you are meant to be.